made it. Welcome to Meltdown Mondays with Six Figure Ash, where life be lifing, but we don't fold. Get your coffee, get your blunt, and let's go. Welcome to Meltdown Mondays, where we take last week's mess and turn it to this week's motivation. I'm Six Figure Ash. This is episode 31. Let me spill my guts. We made it to a whole nother year. It's 2026. Ooh, I'm so super excited to see what this year brings. But y'all, my week was cool, but today, crazy. This is the beginning of the year, but we need to talk about some shit that people, I don't know if y'all talk about it. I don't know. Let's talk about it though. Perception. It's how you view and how you see things. We ain't gonna switch nothing up in 2026. Y'all know I got a story for you. Earlier today, as I was on my way, before I was on my way here, I was doing my normal everyday Sunday routine. And I left church and I went to go get food from the place that I normally get food from. On my way to the place, my car just stops. My car stops. It stops. I stopped at the red light, so it didn't just cut off, but I stopped at the red light and my car just stopped. It didn't start back up. It didn't go in no gear. It really fucked me up. I didn't know what was going on. I'm like, what is going on? So my car stopped in the middle of the road, but not in the middle of the road. My car stopped. Luckily, it was at the light. I was first at the light. People just had to go around me. Just had to turn on my hazards and I was cool. I was going to figure it out. Okay, cool. So it put a damper in my day. It did. It put a damper in my day because I had my normal routine. I already knew how I was going to move and shake today. Today was the day. I know how my day goes. I record on Sunday to drop my video on time on Monday. So I record Sundays after church. After church, I goes and get my breakfast 2 blocks before the breakfast box. My car just stops at the light. It just stops. It cuts off everything. I'm like, okay. So I'm looking like, what am I about to do? I have AAA. So I wasn't worried about where my car was going to go. It's either going to go to the dealership or it's going to go home. So I just had to figure out if it was something that we could figure out collectively, me and my family, my peoples, the people that stopped. And thank you to everybody that stopped today on Copley Road. My car was broke down yesterday. Well, today, but y'all ain't gonna see this till tomorrow. Whatever. Everybody that stopped on Copley Road to make sure I was cool. The girl that stopped her car and got out and came to make sure we was okay. Thank you so much. So all in all, it put a damper in my day. Y'all know I'm a routine-based person. We talked about this. I like, my routine. But one thing I had to learn going into the new year is your perception is everything. How you perceive it or how you see it is everything. Y'all, that could have messed up my day to the point where I was not going to do a Meltdown Monday. It's the first Monday of the year. Why would I not? Right? But I could have let it put such a damper on my day that I didn't do the things that I needed to do. And I feel some type of way. My perception of the situation is guys telling me to sit down. My plan after I recorded this video today was to go make some more money. So God probably no, sit down. Okay. So this week, we need to talk about perception. It's very important to understand what perception is. That way we can utilize it in the best way we can. And y'all know I went straight to my people. Perception. Perception is the way that you interpret and understand people, situations, and experiences based on your mindset, beliefs, and past experiences. It's not always what happens. It's about how you see what happens. Y'all know that's why I love me some Chat GPT, because this really spoke to me when it all came full circle. I had already put it in my mind and in my notes yesterday that I was going to talk about perception. And then today that happened with my car. Y'all, today could have been a ruined day if my perception was anything other than my belief in God, my mindset, and my past experiences. In my past experiences, I know to have AAA or make sure I use the roadside assistance on my insurance. Okay. So I literally, in my past experiences, I know what to do in these situations. Okay. So because of my past situations, my perception today was okay. I was not upset. My belief in God was another reason. Something God told me to stop there. Something told me to stop there. My car had stopped there. Why didn't it stop anywhere else? Y'all, my belief in God is so amazing that I believe that he was telling me to stop, telling me to sit down. He wasn't telling me not to do my video, but he was telling me to get out my car. The things I thought I was going to do today, not happening. Not happening at all. Okay. The belief and my mindset. Y'all, my mind right now is on fully believe and let God lead and do everything. My belief is telling me it was time to sit down with something. It all led to my positive perception of today. We have defined what perception is, and we now understand that, hey, my perception of today could have been obscure, but because of those three factors, my perception of today was good. It was on a good note. It was a good situation. It happened. It is what it is. I will figure out what is next. Okay. I have AAA. I got my car towed home. I will get it towed to the dealership. Let them figure it out. Whatever it is that I got to do, I will figure it out. Okay, so my perception is good. So now let me build you back up. Let me get you to the point where you're using perception in 2026. This is the first episode of 2026, so we need to put it into perspective. Perception is everything. At the end of the definition for perception, ChatGPT, of course, they gave us a little bit more. Since they gave me a little bit more, I'm gonna share it a little bit more with you. Perception shapes your reality. How you see it determines how you respond to it. So if you perceive it in a negative way, guess what? You're going to respond to it negatively. How we can utilize this in our next couple days and our next week until we talk again is basically like you need to change your perception of things. So let's put a spin on it. Let's make our perception positive. Look for the positive in the situation. Okay, yes, my car stopped, but I have AAA, so I don't have to worry about how and where my car is going to go. That's a positive perception. The negative perception, I could have been sitting there like, oh my God, it's just an inconvenience to my day. Oh my God. Like I could have just been just a crybaby about it or whatever. And because I put that positive perception in the situation, like it is what it is. I made it here. I'm doing my video. And it is what it is. Like we just gonna figure out the rest. Okay. So when things happen, turn on your good perception. Don't think of it in a bad way and get through the situation. That is my encouragement for this week, y'all. We have made it through the first week of the year. Well, kind of the first week of the year. I thank you so much for being here. If you came from 2025, y'all, we made it to 2026. If you are new to my channel, I thank you so much. Well, whether you was there before or new here, I thank you so much for always being here. I end every video with a quick prayer. God, I thank you so much for today. I know that today was not easy for myself and it may not have been easy for anybody else. God, I pray that you allow our perceptions to be glorious in your name. And I pray that you please allow us to use positive perception and not the negative ones. See things from the best point of view that we can in order to move forward. Thank you so much for being here. If you affirm that, type perception in the comments. If not, do what you do, baby. Y'all, make sure that you always like, share, and subscribe. And don't ever forget, follow me for more.